Hey there everybody, this is PotterBrony, and welcome to another Biome reaction of Death Battle. This time we have, from Death Battle, Sasuke versus Hiei, Naruto versus Yu Yu Hakusho. Now I've watched both the series. Naruto I kind of gave up halfway through, and just like halfway through Shippuden, and know the major points of it. And it's been a while since I watched Yu Yu Hakusho, so I'm going to need the refresher on both of them. All I know is that they're both like god and demon tier characters, really powerful, and I'm rooting for Hiei because fuck Sasuke. The guy's a douchebag. I don't like him. So yeah. That's my sense, that's my vote. That's my 2 cents, that's my vote, and let's just get it started and see what they have in store for us. As always, the link to the original video is in the description below. Be sure to support the official channel, the YouTube channel. Support them on First, over at Rooster Teeth, whatever. The link to the, not original, but the link to the YouTube video is in the description below. Alright, so, let's just get it going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Got a card game going? With dice. Death Battle, the card and dice game. Interesting. Alright.
They're grim, nihilistic, and dreadfully ominous. Even when they fight on the side of good, they'll never crack a smile or share in the reward.
Anti-heroes, yeah.
Oh, great. We're talking about edgelords, aren't we?
Sasuke, rival to Naruto
Edgelord.
Uzumaki, and
Yeah,
the solitary
whatever.
survivor of the Uchiha clan.
And Hiei, rival to Yusuke Urameshi.
And then he has a daughter and an heir, but proceeds to ignore.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's
To the
our
point
job
where
to
he
analyze
doesn't
their weapons,
recognize her
armor,
when
and
he sees
skills
her.
to find out who would win a death battle.
I don't really watch Boruto that much, but I've seen certain bits of it.
The Uchiha clan was renowned for their incredible ability in battle. Despite being one of the founding families of the Hidden Leaf Village, Konoha, the Uchiha were outcast and cut off.
For good reason. Their people had gotten pretty famous for attacking the village with a big 9-tailed fox. So, not a good look.
But everything changed with the head of the clan's
Yep.
firstborn son, Itachi. He was a brilliant
He's a
boy
cool
and
dude.
a promising future for the family.
Even becoming the youngest
Shame what happened to that guy,
graduate
but-
ninja school. I went there for a bit, but then I learned they didn't use guns, so, you know.
But Itachi opposed the clan's latest plot for a coup. His response was, well, pretty clear-cut.
I'll say he went
Yeah.
and murdered all of them. Every last one, except for his kid brother, Sasuke. Naturally, Sasuke was pretty pissed off that his big bro killed his whole family, so he swore to become the bestest shinobi ever and hunt Itachi down. Probably should have let him in on the plan there, Itchy.
Just like his brother, Sasuke soared through his schooling with flying colors.
Shadow
We learned the
Hokage.
3 primary kinds of jutsu, or
Probably
ninja.
listens to Linkin Park.
Jutsu, which is basically magic
Yeah, if he
spells,
listened to music at
Ninjutsu,
all.
which messes with the mind, and Taijutsu, the one where you just punch people.
While Sasuke impressed with inhuman speed, swordsmanship, and physical ferocity, he's mastered several powerful ninjutsu techniques.
Like belching his classic fire breath, making up to 8 shadow clones of himself, and the Chidori, a ball of freaking lightning that has some shocking effects.
Plus many more. And along the path to
The 8
revenge,
shadow
he spent
clones.
much of his time
Impressive,
perfecting
yes,
and improving
for
his
someone who doesn't have a
even
demon's
mastering
power to
lightning
draw
release to
on.
the point of casting Kirin, an electric strike in the shape of a dragon.
Divine Intervention 2.0. Smiting your foes is the way to go.
He can infuse his abilities with any of the 5 elements: fire, wind, earth, water.
Heart!
No, lightning, obviously.
Oh.
As well as yin release, an element of creation itself.
So basically, don't make fun of Sasuke to his face, cause he'll kill the shit out of you before you even know what's happening. And we haven't even covered his best weapon yet.
It's a fair
It
point.
turns out Itachi didn't only spare his brother because he loved him. He planned for Sasuke to witness this horror.
Yeah, he's
He
not a
planned
bitch,
for Sasuke
he's
to
just an
swear
asshole.
revenge on him. Because this was the sort of trauma and hatred necessary
Douchebag.
to unlock an Uchiha's greatest weapon, the Sharingan.
The Sharingan eyes aren't some cool-looking lenses. They give Sasuke a bunch of new abilities. He can see chakra, the energy within people that powers jutsu. He can copy an opponent's techniques, memorizing them after one look.
It is almost like a mirror image of my own taijutsu.
He can even trap you in a bonkers genjutsu hallucination that makes you go crazy or just pass out. Like me on Saturday.
And that's just the standard version. By adding the trauma of loss to the mix, the Sharingan can evolve
Like a Pokemon?
into the Mangekyo Sharingan. With the Mangekyo, Sasuke can call upon far greater powers. He can cast Amaterasu, an irrepressible black fire hot enough to burn the sun. Even better, Sasuke can summon the Susanoo, an enormous avatar of chakra that fights for and protects him.
Which is strong enough to slice through meteors. Badass. Too bad Sharingan Part 2 has one big downside.
Yes, it eventually causes the user to go blind.
Unless you find someone else with the same manky eyes, pluck those out of his head, then rip out your own eyes and replace them with the other guys. Gross.
And so, Sasuke found and killed his older brother, avenging his family and swapping Mangekyo eyes. Which was, again, Itachi's plan all along. So, good job?
Who came up with this shit? Ahem. We're not done with eyeball shenanigans, though. He also got some Rinnegan circles, which gives him all sorts of weird context-sensitive powers. Like the, I'm not gonna say that word, he teleports by bending space and time.
Most notably, the Rinnegan
Swapping
grants
it,
Sasuke the
which
powers
is a cool
of the
ability.
6 paths, like the Diva path for manipulating gravity, the Human path for ripping out souls, and the Preta path for draining energy.
Like a ninja vampire!
Sasuke has used the Diva path in particular to extreme effect, once creating multiple planetoids which crashed in an explosion visible from outer space.
By checking out the Earth's curve here, it's pretty obvious the blast is worth more than 35 teratons of TNT. That's 7 billion times more powerful than the Tsar Bomb, the biggest nuke ever detonated.
And as mentioned before, Sasuke is known for his incredible speed, able to keep pace with the likes of fellow legends Naruto and Madara. In fact, Naruto once dodged an attack from Madara which, according to the 4th databook, moves at the speed of light.
And Sasuke can fight Naruto to a draw. You know, the guy who's an alien descendant with a demon fox in his belly and also took a beam to the face that sliced the moon in half? That's a 27 exaton blast right there.
With his quest complete, Sasuke finally discovered Itachi's
That's fair.
true goals. But even after making
They
peace
are
and
pretty
having a
damn
child of
even.
his own, he never could return to the happy life of society.
You just can't shake off all that edginess.
Instead, Sasuke chose to defend the Hidden Leaf from a distance, just like his brother before him.
Don't mess with Sasuke of the Sharingan.
Yeah, bullshit reason. I don't give a fuck.
My way of life
You got a family now.
I'd turn around and kill every single one of their loved ones.
That's
So
the
they
thing
too
that
could
fucking
grasp
over.
what
It's
it's like.
Same with Naruto.
This
He has a
hatred of mine.
family and he spends a lot of time away from them, but not in the sense of Sasuke where he doesn't
Standing
recognize his
less
own
than 5
daughter.
feet tall, this black-clad goth child may not seem so intimidating at first glance.
Yeah, I mean, paint a red stripe on him and he's just a human Shadow the Hedgehog.
But in reality, Hiei is a menacing warrior of demonic
Well, I
heritage.
guess isn't a pushover
born to a
either.
forbidden love
Shadow, I
between
mean.
an ice woman and a fire monster.
Ah, reminds me of me and my ex. Well, too bad the rest of the ice ladies got pissed that she had banged a literally hot dude. So when her son was born, they chucked the little bastard right off their floating island. Damn, ladies, I know you're jealous, but you don't gotta take it out on the kid. That's my stepfather's job.
And yet, the child survived. Raised by thieves and remembering every last moment of the catastrophe of his birth, Hiei swore revenge.
And having bandits for foster parents means he got into stealing and murder at a wonderfully young age.
With his otherworldly physique, Hiei quickly became an expert in athletic ability and swordsmanship. These skills would grow even further after he joined forces with his rival, the spirit detective Yusuke.
But he needed more than blades and brawn to get back at the ice bitches. So he went to Shigure, the Doctor of Darkness, who would implant a magical
The third eye.
into his
Yep.
forehead. Because we still ain't done with these eyeball shenanigans, I guess.
This was the Jagan, literally translated
But
to
compared
evil
to the whole
eye. With
nonsense of the
Jagan, he wields
Sharingan,
numerous
the
mystical
Jagan
powers.
is...
He can spy on people and objects from 10 kilometers away. He can read minds and protect his own from powerful mental attacks. He can move objects and energy with telekinesis.
And that's just the start of his powers. But with the Jagan stuck in his face, Hiei finally made the trip to Ice Town. But, Wasn't quite what he expected.
Right. Instead of slaughtering the demon women as he planned, he spared them because he realized that they lived meaningless, cold lives.
You get it, 'cause they're ice people?
Is
Yeah.
this pity from a demon?
I mean, you might not want to invite this guy to your next backyard party, but he's not that bad of a guy. Case in point, he found out he's got a twin sister and set out on a new mission to find and protect her.
And with the Jagan eye and his further
Yeah,
abilities,
he
he'd make
really
one
cares about his
powerful
sister.
bodyguard.
Yeah,
He stays away from her.
Celebrating all your enemies. He can light his punches
Well, because he
away
thinks
with
he's
his
protecting
fist
her,
of
which I guess you
immortal
could say about
flame,
Sasuke,
giving
but-
his foes a sick burn. But what's better than normal fire? Demon fire, of course. Dragon-shaped demon fire.
This is the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, an overwhelming entity of fire and pain that can obliterate foes in an instant.
It just killed all those people. I feel a little bad, but they're demons, so yeah.
The dragon burns hotter than fire and is difficult to control.
They're more than
It
normal
can
human,
even
too,
turn
so-
on its wielder. Yet Hiei has recklessly forced himself to master the technique, with some, trial and error. Don't worry, he got better.
His demon elemental resistance has certainly helped. He can power through most elemental attacks no problem, and is basically immune to fire and ice. And when he wants to get up
Okay.
close and personal, he can mold the darkness flame into
Is
a
he
kick-ass sword.
immune to
He can even
Amatsa,
summon
or however you
multiple
pronounce the
dragons
black
after
flame that
assuming his
Sasuke would?
ultimate form, the Giganchi.
Oh yeah.
See, Sasuke is
One
immune to
extra eye
fire.
was creepy. How about a bunch of eyes all over? Which to me just seems like a lot of weak points.
Well, it's not. The Giganchi form greatly increases all of Hiei's abilities, not just the Darkness Flame. And to add even more layers to this, Hiei can also absorb the Dragon of the Darkness Flame himself, further increasing his strength and speed.
All of which lets him keep kicking ass and taking names around the demon world. His buddy Yusuke was quick enough to dodge lightning, but was not fast enough to see all of Hiei's sword swings when he slashed up this ice guy. Siryu.
How many times did you cut him? Only 16.
And here I could only keep track of 7 or 8.
Therefore, Hiei was clearly attacking at speeds far faster than lightning, around 300 times the speed of sound, and that was still very early in his journey when he was considered a C-class demon. As he ranked up, Hiei gained even more incredible speed.
His darkness sword could even cut and burn through Kuro Momotaro, who evolved to be totally immune to, cutting and burning. So figure that one out.
By the end
Yeah.
of his adventures, Hiei was ranked
All right.
at S-class level, making him many times faster.
I said it's been a while.
Equal in power to his rival Yusuke.
And that means he's super powerful.
Right, Sensui, an S-class human, claimed he had to limit his power, as a mere 50% of it could create a worldwide earthquake. Yusuke's mentor, Genkai, even believed Yusuke could obliterate the entire planet.
But conveniently, the demon world is a lot bigger and tougher than Earth, so this crazy power level is tricky to prove. Either way, he is basically on a league of his own.
As shown by Sensui, a typical S-class
So he's a
human
potential
could defeat
world
three
destroyer.
A-class ones with minimal effort.
But Hiei took on 500 all by himself.
I unleashed 500 A-class demons.
Then you should know by now that when I say 500 A-class demons, I mean 1,000.
Damn, dude, shouldn't they call you like Ultimate S+ class or something by now?
Well, he's certainly comparable to Yusuke. When Yusuke fought the Demon King Yomi in the Demon World Tournament, the two of them hit each other so hard that this happened.
Holy shit, that's insane!
While this technically
That is
occurred
pretty
on a
cool.
tree in the hardier demon world, yes, that's a tree, we can calculate the curvature of the planet as seen here. The treetop appears to be well above cloud level, and we can use the circumference and the distance to this girl to determine the explosion's overall size. With all this in mind, we concluded the blast must have been at least 4.5 million meters high, nearly 15 million feet.
From just a punch! Well, I guess 2 punches technically, but Yusuke wasn't
two
even
super
in top
powered
form
punches.
at the time, and he survived being in the middle of all that. Since Hiei can fight evenly with Yusuke and even move faster than him,
It would stand to
they're
reason that
definitely
he's-
in the same ballpark of power level.
And just for kicks, Hiei can separate his spirit from his mortal body while still maintaining all of his abilities.
So, is he a demon or a ghost?
Both, I guess. He can do this anytime he wants, unlike normal people who need to be killed or sometimes just knocked out.
You mean like this? Ah, ghost!
Anyway, Hiei kept his word and soon found his
You have
sister
to try that
in
sometime.
aid. Despite his terrible upbringing, he's actually found a supportive family among friends.
Except he never did tell her he was her brother, because he's just too emo for that.
Still, few can match the dangerous power.
Yeah, because
Hiei
if I remember right, his reasoning is that she's better off not
Your
knowing.
doom has been unraveled. I assure you, there's no turning back.
Which makes it kind of awkward when Kurama
and we've run the data
or
through all
Kuwabara
possibilities.
wants to date her.
Let me tell you how to protect yourself from the ghost in the machine with ExpressVPN.
These days, having a VPN is essential, and trust me, ExpressVPN is the best you can find.
What's a VPN? It's like having a virtual
Did they pay you
bodyguard
to say
for your
that?
internet.
Yes, I did.
VPN stands for Virtual Private Network and protects your privacy and data while you're browsing. It blocks outside snooping, interference, and censorship. And unlike most other VPNs, ExpressVPN is perfect for gaming. With shorter connection routes between you and gaming servers, ExpressVPN reduces ping and overall lag.
And by masking my location, I've downloaded games from other countries with earlier launch dates, so I get to play all those sweet JRPGs early and make all my friends jealous.
You like JRPGs?
Who doesn't? ExpressVPN gives you
I love
faster
'em,
speeds than other
but-
VPN providers, server options across 94 countries.
Do you get the
and for every
translations?
device you can imagine, and it's easy to use. Connect with just one click.
Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description box or by going to expressvpn.com/battle. That's expressvpn.com/battle.
All right.
Right now, it's time for a death battle!
You, where are you going?
That's not your business.
Turn back. Fist of the mortal flame!
I'll end this quickly.
Down to sword fight. As would have to be. Neat trick.
No match.
Caught an illusion. Caught a genjutsu. How will you break out of this one?
How interesting.
With the third eye. That's right. Yeah, they said it's like his mental prowess is much better with the third eye.
Pathetic fool. I'm the power fire dash incarnate. Dragon of the darkness flame!
Come on, Hiei, whoop his ass. Look at us. Because he's got potential world destroyer power, I'm pretty sure Hiei's gonna take this one. And I'm rooting for him.
Dragon? Kitty! Up! No match.
Alright, where are we at?
I'll put you to rest now.
He absorbs it. Good, good, good. This is looking better. I was worried for a second there. Come on. There it is. Ha ha! Fuck you, Sasuke.
That's more like it. A fight fit for a demon.
KO! Wait, really? I thought this was an easy win for Sasuke. What happened?
Well, hold on. I promise there's a good explanation.
Why would you think that?
This was an extremely close match. Sasuke was certainly faster than Hiei, given his light speed reactions through scaling to Naruto. And technically he went through superior training, so there's certainly a few versions of this fight where he could use those advantages to take the win.
But we're always looking for who has the best chances to win most often, not just in very specific situations.
Exactly.
Alright.
At first glance, it's easy to assume Sasuke's enormous and varied arsenal could have simply overwhelmed Hiei. But to our surprise, Hiei had perfect counters for almost everything Sasuke could throw at him. Being a fire and ice demon hybrid with elemental resistances, he's powered through electrical attacks like the Chidori before, and his fire immunity and oneness with the darkness flame turned the devastating Amaterasu into a mere annoyance.
Sasuke's Rinnegan gave him gravity control, and that Sharingan Genjutsu was
Yeah,
pretty brutal. But
the
Hie's
Matsuno
gun gave
is,
him
isn't a
telekinesis
perfect
and mental
attack.
protections, putting the brakes on Sasuke's eye shenanigans. Even if Sasuke tried
Right.
using human path on him to rip out his soul, it wouldn't have mattered, because Hiei could keep fighting as a ghost.
And frankly, it's unlikely Sasuke was that much faster. While Hiei could outpace Lightning at C-Class, the difference between Spirit classes is far greater than a simple 100 or 200% increase. After all, a lower S-Class could beat 3 A-Class fighters without much effort, and Hiei is an upper S-Class. But most surprisingly, Hiei's level of power surpassed Sasuke's.
No friggin' way.
Let's look at the Susanoo's meteor feat. By measuring the meteor's size compared to the Susanoo and applying sheer force, we determined this feat equaled about 364 teratons of TNT at most.
In scientific terms, that's a hell of a lot. And obviously, scaling to Naruto means he could take a hit worth 27 exatons. How could Hiei top that?
Well, recall how there were multiple claims that S-Class
Alright.
demons could obliterate the Earth. Since most fights took place in the demon world, which is much hardier than the human one, these claims were difficult to prove and seemed a little dubious.
Until Yusuke fought Yomi and they made that gigantic explosion.
As we determined earlier, that blast was at least 4.5 million meters tall. At minimum, the kinetic energy of an explosion like this would equal about 285 zetatons of TNT.
That's 21 zeros. Way more than Sasuke's meteor feat. Even if we half it, cause there's 2 people doing the punching, that's still over 5,000 times greater than the Naruto moon slice.
It's probably even more impressive than that. If the tree is actually closer to the clouds and therefore closer to the planet, that technically changes this shot's perspective, which would mean the tree is actually even wider, the explosion even larger, and thus the kinetic energy even greater.
So when Genkai said an S-Class
Potentially.
demon like Yusuke or Hiei could wipe out a planet, she wasn't kidding around.
Correct. While Sasuke is equal to beings powerful enough to slice and shift moons, he still could not match Hiei's strength. Even if Hiei was only half as strong as Yusuke, this would still put him well above Sasuke in terms of sheer power output and durability.
So while Sasuke was still faster, he had a real tough time trying to land a fatal blow.
There were a lot of factors in this fight, and Sasuke certainly clinched several advantages of his own. But in the end, Hiei's impeccable abilities, perfect counters, and clearly superior power took the victory.
Sasuke lost the edge and was a Sharinganer.
The winner is...
That one was a stretch.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link.
Alright, who we got next?
And if you just can't get enough Death Battle,
I'm happy with that.
the link over there to keep watching.
Next time.
No man can challenge my power.
Oh.
But what is a man?
Ganondorf versus Dracula from... That'll be interesting. Who do I think would win that one? No, I've barely played any Castlevania games. I have seen the series, and if the Dracula in the series, in the Netflix series, is anything like the one from the game, and if they're taking that into account, then I'm pretty sure Dracula's going to take this one. Because this looks like the Dracula from the Castlevania series that they're talking about, right? Should be interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I am completely happy with the result of that. I was rooting for him. I hoped he would win, and he destroyed Sasuke. So, hey, good for him. Alright, so, next time, Ganondorf versus Dracula. Yeah, like I said, I'm thinking Dracula's going to take that one. Just based on what I've seen from the show and the little amount that I've played of Castlevania way back in the day. Like I said, I barely ever played that game. But, yeah. So, it'll be interesting to find out more about both the characters. I mean, I know a lot about Ganondorf already, so I'm not going to go into that. But let's see if there's anything else that they want to give us. And I wonder how reincarnations fall into death battles. I don't think they count. You kill this in iteration of Ganondorf, then that's a win, right? I think. Yeah. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. As I said before, be sure to support the official release. Be sure to support Death Battle. And I'm going to end this one here. Until next time. Take care.